We're gonna bake pine cones today. Why? What? There's a reason for this. So I have been out collecting pine cones. Look at these beauties from the wild. They're gorgeous. And I want to use these in holiday crafts and for holiday decorating. The downside of using them as they are is, first of all, there may be some bugs in them that you don't necessarily want to introduce into your home this holiday season or ever. B, they're pretty sappy. And C, I want to preserve them for as long as possible. So we're gonna bake them. Easy peasy. So here's what you do. Get your pine cones, clean them out, just any extra needles. You might want to wear gloves for this because you're probably going to get a little sappy. All right. Now, this process isn't necessarily going to remove all of the sap, but it will definitely melt the sap and should create a nice kind of patina on the pine cones, a nice finish to the pine cones. So they look more like the pine cones you buy in the store without having to buy them in the store. They're so pretty, they're amazing. So I intend to use these in wreaths. I like to just put them in a bowl. If you subscribe to this channel, oh, and there's plug, please subscribe to my Maine Gardens YouTube channel. If you haven't, or if you have, thank you. If you haven't, please do, because I have some really fun, there's a lot of sap in that one, videos on there and more to come that I'm excited to share with you. And if you subscribe, you'll be the first to know. All right, so those are all cleaned up. Then I have preheated my oven to 225, and these babies are gonna go in for 30 minutes. I'm gonna watch them carefully. About halfway through, I'm just gonna pull them out and give them a little turn with tongs and just see how they're doing. Okay, so going in. Okay, the pine cones have been cooking at 225 for 30 minutes, so I'm gonna take them out right now. Can't wait. Woo! Look. All right, so what I've done is I have another lined baking sheet, clean. Okay. And I'm just going to transfer these one at a time from the baking sheet they've been cooking on to a cooling sheet. Okay. Now, I want to show you. You can see on this sheet some of the sap and some of the needles that came off. And I'm going to move these over here to the island to cool. And I'll show you what we got. I wish so much you could smell my house right now. I cannot get over it. It's kind of like, you know, you buy those expensive balsam candles for the holidays. That's how my house smells right now. So I'm thinking in my head, hey, maybe Christmas Eve, I'm just gonna throw a couple of pine cones in the oven at 225 for 30 minutes because my house smells like a balsam forest. Oh, it's amazing. I wish you could smell it. You have to trust me on that. So just to go over what we've done here and why we've done it, these are pine cones that I picked up out in the wild, and we took off, I'll take off the puppet muppet. Okay. So what we want to do is we just want to get these ready to use in crafts, in wreath making, in holiday decorating. By baking them, you remove any pests. You also remove a lot of the sap, not all of it, but you also bake in the sap to create really nice patina and finish on the pine cones. So step number 1, go find pine cones. Step number 2, remove any pine needles or leaves that are in the pine cones. Step number 3, preheat your oven to 225, line a baking sheet, lay the pine cones on the baking sheet, stick them in. After 15 minutes, I pulled them out and rotated them, put them back in for another 15 minutes, then pull them out, transfer them to a clean foil-lined baking sheet, and then just let them sit 12 to 24 hours before you use them in crafts. So I will show you how they turned out, and again, bonus points for how good your house is going to smell. That's amazing. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so stay tuned for the end result, and thank you for joining me in my Maine Gardens kitchen. All right, 24 hours have gone by since we baked these pine cones, and now for the big reveal. They look awesome. And when I pick them up, I'm not feeling sap. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that this process will rid you of all sap, but my fingers aren't sticky. There's just most of the sap either melted off or hardened onto the pine cone, which is pretty cool because it gives you, let me see if I can find one that looks good. I don't know if you can see kind of where it's shiny, where the sap melted and just cooked on to the pine cone. It's pretty cool. It's really pretty cool. It kind of sparkles in the light. Isn't that neat? So these guys are, for the most part, sap-free, insect-free, beautiful, protected, and ready to go into my next craft decorating project. I love this. I love this. Love it. Love it. So try it at home. Let me know how it goes. And again, thanks for watching this video. I'll talk to you later.